Bob Marley, the beloved reggae maestro, was worth $30 million when he passed away at the age of 36. However, without a will, this resulted in decades of legal disputes among the loved ones he left behind over his fortune and assets. Estate planning isn't the most enjoyable topic to discuss, but it's an important step in safeguarding your finances and family even after you've passed on.
So estate planning is that process where one determines on how their assets are going to be administered in an orderly manner during their lifetime and in the event that they are not there or they are not in a position to manage those assets.
An estate planning process involves several essential steps. The first step is to take stock of all your possessions by identifying all your assets, which may include real estate, financial accounts, life insurance policies, investments, retirement accounts, and debts and liabilities. The second step is to write a will.
What a will is, in very simple terms, is a list of wishes, where you are saying that in the event that I'm not there, this is how I want my assets to be distributed. The key thing to note is that this one is done during one's lifetime, but can only be executed upon demise. The moment you exit, then it means that it has to be subjected to another process where it needs to be validated. And it being a tool of estate planning, it has its own challenges. That process, where it is being validated through a court process, it can be challenged.
For a will to be valid, it must fulfill certain legal requirements under the laws of succession. The testator must be at least 18 years old and of sound mind. They must sign the will, which must be attested by 2 or more witnesses. These witnesses must also sign the will in the presence of a testator. Upon the testator's death, the executor will petition the court for a grant of probate to enable them to distribute the deceased's property according to their wishes in the will. While wills have traditionally been the main estate planning tool in Kenya, trusts are gaining considerable popularity because they surpass the limitations of wills.
The aim of the trust, as opposed maybe to a will, is usually to consolidate the assets and have them managed collectively for the benefit of various beneficiaries. So the reason why I said it's more comprehensive is because you can, as a person who is setting it up, you can give very specific instructions on how you want specific assets managed for the benefit of the beneficiary. So the trust doesn't necessarily seek to distribute. It may hold the assets together, manage those assets for the benefit of the current beneficiary and future beneficiary.
A family trust can be established while the settler is alive, now known as a living trust. Unlike a will, a living trust avoids probate, meaning that the assets in the trust are distributed to the beneficiaries without involving the court.
The living trust of the family trust is a structure that is able to hold the assets, manage those assets for the benefit of the beneficiaries now and in the future. As long as you are alive, you can make amendments when there are any material changes in your life.
A family trust can also be created through a testamentary will known as a testamentary trust. This trust, however, can only become operational upon the settler's death. Selecting trustworthy and capable key decision makers is also essential for the smooth execution of an estate plan. Some of these decision makers include an executor, a trustee, a power of attorney, and a healthcare surrogate. Estate planning is one of the most vital aspects of financial planning. However, myths and misconceptions can lead people astray, putting their assets, legacy, and loved ones at risk.
One and the most common one, it's only for the wealthy. You don't have to wait until you have millions of money to start. With just a 5,000 as a starting point, at ICA you're able to start a trust for your beneficiary. So then the other myth is that when we create an estate plan, is that we are planning for our death or our exit. Whether we talk about those transitions or we don't talk about them, they are going to happen. Creating a plan doesn't mean that you're going to die the next day. Then the other thing is assumption. We assume that the family will know our intention. The reality is that the moment one exits, the families may not necessarily know what to do with the assets, and that's where you see fights start coming up. Then the other myth I have seen is estate planning or planning for the transition is only for the older people. So we have to wait until we are in our 70s, 80s, start planning.
The significance of estate planning cannot be overstated. It is vital for anyone who wants to secure their legacy, ensure their wishes are honored after they are gone, and guarantee their family and loved ones are financially supported.